I've never seen anything like this. There are literally thousands of monarch butterflies flying around. This afternoon we arrived to the town next to El Rosario Nature Reserve, and I am very excited for tomorrow. El Rosario is one of the most important wintering grounds for monarch butterflies. Every winter, millions of monarchs gather here in just a handful of mountain forests here. It took us 4 hours to get here from Mexico City, and I was a bit nervous because when we arrived it was very cloudy, and when we started speaking to locals, they had said that the monarchs were very still today because they need the sun in order to warm up. However, tomorrow the weather looks really promising. We are staying at this wonderful ranch called Rancho Cumbre Monarca, and we've been walking around in the gardens, and I had this amazing tea. But anyway, I'm really excited for tomorrow. It's a bit different from me because I never really photograph insects, and there's no reason why I don't. I find insects just as fascinating, so fingers crossed for the weather tomorrow. After watching the sunset, we went to a cuisine económica. This is quite a common setup in Mexico, and ultimately it's affordable food. However, this was easily some of the best food we have eaten this trip. So good, we returned the next day. We were in luck the following morning, with sun and not a single cloud in the sky. This morning it is clear skies and the temperature is going to go up to 18 Celsius, which is perfect for the monarch butterflies. Last night it got down to 7 Celsius and we don't have heating, but we were warm enough under lots of blankets and it was very cozy. We're having café de olla, which is coffee cooked with sugarcane, so it is black coffee with a slight sweetness. We drove up the mountains, past chickens, dogs, and horses on the journey. So we walked probably about 20 meters and we've decided to give up and we're going to rent horses. I think because we are at 10,000 feet, so that we have very high elevation, we're not used to it. But also I think after being in Mexico City for a week and with all the pollution, my asthma has been quite bad and I was just struggling to breathe. Even now, like even just talking, I'm struggling. So the horses are coming and hopefully this means that when we're at the top, it will be much easier.
Ready.
Let's go.
Have you been on a horse?
Sí.
¿Quiere tomar la moto? Entonces déjeme.
Bueno, gracias.
Ocho, ojo.
Es video, así que ahí vamos a ir grabando todo el...
I literally said to Juan in the morning, I wish there were horses at the ranch. Well, I didn't expect to be riding one today. After 15 minutes on the horses, we were at the top of the mountain. And we were soon surrounded by the monarch butterflies. So we have arrived at the El Rosario Biosphere Nature Reserve and I've never seen anything like this. There are literally thousands of monarch butterflies flying around and you can see some are in the shade or they're on the floor and they're vibrating their wings, just trying to get some warmth into them so that they can fly off. But the reason they're all flying today is because of the sun. It is warm. And one of the reasons that they come here specifically in Mexico is because the temperatures are quite stable and generally it's quite cool because it's winter right now and it will get up to 18 Celsius, but generally the temperature is very stable. And the insane thing about monarch butterflies is all of these butterflies were born in northern US or Canada and they have migrated all the way to Mexico. So they have made that journey on their own and the mind-blowing thing is that they've never been here. This is their first time here and it's actually 3 or 4 generations that their grandparents would have come here and overwintered here. So this is basically the 3rd or 4th generation of these butterflies in a year, and unlike their previous generations, these ones are really unique because they go into this, they call it like a diapause, where they actually survive 8 months, whilst previous generations only survive a few weeks. And these ones overwinter here and they're basically in a bit of a low power mode, and they're just surviving 8 months, and then in the spring they'll migrate to the southern US where they will reproduce, and then the future generations will then breed and slowly move up to Canada, and then maybe in September, August, this generation of butterflies will reproduce, and then they will go down to Mexico and then spend 8 months here. Isn't that crazy? The crazy thing that they migrate from Canada all the way to Mexico, and the second thing is they've never been here, yet they know that they need to come here to overwinter. And the third crazy thing is that they can survive 8 months in this low power mode. I think they've suddenly just started flying like crazy, right? And the other insane thing is, I'm just like mind blown by all of this, is you can hear their wings. I'm not sure if the microphone can pick it up, but you can literally hear the fluttering of thousands of butterflies' wings. It's just so cool. You know what stresses me out? Data. Whenever I'm traveling, it's always the same issue. You arrive to a new country and you either need to find dodgy Wi-Fi or get a local SIM card, or you do use your phone and your normal data plan, and you come home to a very horrible roaming bill. I've been in Mexico now for 10 days, and before I left, I sorted out my data and I used Simify. If you've never used an eSIM before, it's really simple. It's basically a digital SIM card. So there's nothing physical to put in your phone. You just download it, install it once, and that's it. I set mine up at home, and when I landed in Mexico, I just changed the settings on my phone, and that's it. I was online. No stress at the airport. Easy. Simify works in loads of countries, over 150. Everything is in one app, so you just choose the plan that best suits your trip. So if you've got a trip coming up, I definitely recommend getting an eSIM. You can use my code DANI15 for 15% off Simify. The link is in the description. Here the monarchs rest. And when the sun warms the forest, monarchs feed, drinking nectar from flowers. They wait out the winter, conserving energy for the journey north. But as soon as the sun disappears, the butterflies almost seem to panic. Look how they're going up because it's cloudy. Oh my god, that's insane. When the sun vanished, the forest erupted. The butterflies suddenly lifted into the air, in a frenzy, drawn back to the shelter of the trees, where they can rest safely. Clustering together in the trees helps monarchs conserve warmth. By reducing heat loss together and sheltering from the wind,
thousands of butterflies can survive sudden drops in temperature. Some monarchs didn't make it to the trees in time and struggle on the floor. Some find a branch and wait for the sun to return, so that they can safely get to the tops of the trees.
So monarch butterflies are a clear example of aposematic coloration, and I found a wing, and as you can see they have a striking contrast between the orange and the black, and this basically tells predators, don't eat me, I'm toxic. And so when the butterflies are in Canada and northern US, they eat milkweed plants as caterpillars, and these are super toxic. And these toxic compounds stay with them as they're adults, as butterflies. So this basically tells predators, I'm toxic, don't eat me. But the interesting thing is some birds have started eating them, and this could be a bit of co-evolution, because predator and prey are constantly competing with each other. And it could be that some bird species can now digest the toxins from the butterflies.
As we waited for the sun to return, I noticed monarchs with damaged wings. Quiet marks of the long journey they've endured to reach the forest. Then finally the sun returned, and the monarchs were full of energy, and the forest was once again dancing with orange. These monarchs will leave when the spring returns, making space for generations still to come. But these numbers all depend on a changing world. From protecting these forests to planting milkweed across North America, even small acts help carry this journey forward. Butterflies yet to be born will one day arrive here, guided by instinct to the same mountain forests.
We have been here 3 hours now, and it's amazing to see how the behavior of the butterflies changes when there's sun versus when there's clouds. As soon as we lose the sun, the butterflies become very active as they come to the tops of the trees to rest, and then they are very still. There'll be a few flying around, and then now it's just become sunny and there are thousands lifting off. It still baffles me that these butterflies right here have travelled 4,000 to 5,000 kilometres from North America and Canada to get here just to spend the winter. But we now have a bit of a drive to get back. We're going to say goodbye to the butterflies. This has been a really amazing experience and something I've never really seen before. I love my mammals and I photograph birds, but I've never really captured insects, and just to see this amazing behavior and to know that these butterflies have migrated thousands of miles is incredible.
Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you in the next one.